Evening all, Chief Prepper here. Over the last 48 hours, I've had a rough night. We have puppy, of course, and then my wife came home Sunday. Last night he decided to wake up and not be happy. About 1:51 in the morning this morning, and I had gone to bed at like 11:40, so I got very little sleep last night or rest. So that's not what this video is about. It's just a little story. Needless to say, I got up at 4, gave up trying to get him to calm down, came into the living room, and he calmed down after a little while, but still not very much. And then I was up all day until I got what I needed to get done. Got a major accomplishment on my 1-ton truck. It is no longer pulling to the right. So, and a right radius arm bushing was replaced today. 7 hours of my time. I did nothing but sit and wait, but yeah. So, I've been hearing, this is all speculation, but I've been hearing that a large portion of the populace is charging up their credit cards. I paid one down and I'm charging it back up, but I hope to have it paid off again. Paid down before it paid off here sometime in the next 3 or 4 months. But I had an epiphany. What I'm getting ready to talk about is 10-year-old data, but it used to be there was like 48% of Americans paid no taxes, and 51% of Americans paid all the taxes. So that 48% is comprised of people who are low wage earners and typically have several kids, and they get more taxes back than they pay in. First of all, that's broken, and that should change. You should never get more back than you pay in. I don't care who you are. I suspect those same 48% that don't pay any taxes are the ones that are hurting right now. They're probably the 1 in 5, 1 in 6 household that's behind on utilities. They're also the ones that are having to charge up their credit cards because, to be frank, it's quite expensive just to exist right now. So we've had talks about the FEMA camps. We've had talks about how they're going to control people. Now I'm 55, I'll be 56 in April, so I'm a year behind, year and a half, well, 6 months behind Pinball, I guess. He might be able to remember this, but back in the late 60s and early 70s, they had sharecrop pickers where if you took your family to this place, they would allow you to pick crops and eat and have a place to sleep, and then you had to work off your debt by the number of things that you would pick. Problem is they almost never were able to work off their bill to earn their freedom, so they were kind of like indentured servants, and they made that illegal at some point. I don't remember when, but the exact same thing is happening except on a grand scale. If I think I've figured out one piece to the puzzle. The way they're going to get people into the camps that don't freely go is that they're going to be indentured servants. They're going to be people who cannot afford to pay their debt, so they're going to be forced into these places to do whatever happens. Probably going to be a very ugly life, a lot of work, and not very much sleep or rest. Excuse me, and the food probably won't be very good. So I will probably be unloading my 2021 Challenger, buying the 86 Pontiac, and that'll just be my car. I have other vehicles, so losing the Challenger will break my heart because I sold one in 2019 to buy my wife the Jeep she had that we also just sold, and it took me 4 years, almost, well, 3.5, to get back to a point where I could choose to afford one, and then I waited 6 months to find one and then settled on that one. But I'm probably going to let that go, and hopefully that will free up $700 a month. Take the rest of the money, pay off a small loan, and then the rest of the money, and I will probably put it towards a credit card and then pay that off, hopefully by March or April of next year, and then thereafter start working on paying off my van. I highly encourage everyone to get themselves as much out of debt as they can, because I think the debt thing and the central bank digital currency thing is how they're going to force people to knuckle under and be under their control. And the people who are preppers, the people who are homesteaders, you know, if you're a prepper and you're not in the city, you have a chance, but I think things are going to get ugly real fast. There's a date that I've heard a couple times in the last week. September 16th, I guess, is when the train thing is going to be revisited, so keep your eye on that. If they go on strike on September 16th, it'll be a week or so before we start seeing the ripple effect, and you'll probably see it first in coal going to power plants, and then the other things that are travel by train, large chemical trailers, and basically bulk delivery of stuff. So keep your ear to the ground. I don't know what to say. Gas is cheap. I'm probably gonna go tomorrow because I was too tired today after getting almost no sleep last night. After I got done with the truck and lunch with my dad, I just didn't have any more gas in the tank. I came home and collapsed. And then tonight, hopefully, I'll get some better sleep, and then tomorrow I'll hit it again. So, I'm doing a lot of work and prep on the truck because we're going to take it on a trip. And when I do that, it's going to, I want to try and not break down because it's old too. It's a 1996 vehicle, so fifth owner, 150 something thousand miles on it. So, and it's 26 years old, so that's not that bad. So keep your eye on stuff. I mean, you got to try to piece things together and figure out what they're doing and why. So I really do think that the debt thing is going to be something they're going to use as leverage to put people into service. So that ain't a good thing. Trust me, being a slave anywhere sucks ass. So anyway, I thought I'd do a quick video because I thought about that, and I think I pieced it together. So Chief Prepper out.